Okay, I've switched the pump to standby, and I opened my deuterium inlet valve just a tad for about a half a second, and the deuterium is slowly leaking into the tank. Now you can see all that new stuff at 4, that's the D. I'm waiting for the turbo to spin down to its standby speed so we can have the same duplications we had for the original measurements post-fusion. But as you can see, now it normally takes like a minute to let in enough deuterium to do fusion. And let's see what the pressure gauge is reading. 3 times 10 to the minus 7th. And nearly all of that is deuterium, but it looks like there might have been a little bit of air that had been in the feed line somehow. So, because I see a bunch of 28 and a bunch of 32, and we know what those are. We'll pump those out and this deuterium out again before we do the real thing. I decided to spin the pump back up and go ahead and flush this with deuterium to see if I can't get rid of those nasty air lines by flushing my system out. You'll notice everything gets rounder. The pressure is quite a bit higher now. We're nearing the threshold where this thing will not work very well, and a little bit above that it's smart enough to turn itself off. This is 2.5 times e to the minus 5th millibar, and I'm just letting some gas run through the system to clean things up. And as soon as it starts looking like it should, I will proceed with the rest of the program here. Well, this is after a couple of minutes of running and flushing, and look what we see. We see a line at 6. Chris might have been right. Hey, we can tell the truth and shame the devil around here. But I note that I see nothing at 5, or nothing worth talking about. It's below the noise floor of this thing nominally. I'm going to let it go for a while. It could be that the sweep voltages in this thing, particularly near the high mass end of the range, are high enough to make a little glow discharge in there or something, and it's creating what Chris was calling D3 plus. But there it is, bigger than life. So, and we see some air, and we see some other crap, so I'm going to let this clean out, because I know my source is very pure. Apparently I've sprung a leak, as Jonathan has found out in his own video at one point. This is not something you can just have in the can and expect it to be completely perfect every single time. Things fail, you got to maintain them. But this is what we see.